Morning everyone, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. I'm just going to change this date. I just realised I had the wrong date there. Okay, we've got it all sorted. We've not got the lights on either, so it's a bit dark in here. So, yeah, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison. Today we're going to be looking at the markets overall and look at is there a turnaround for Bitcoin coming up, the price of Bitcoin coming up. There's just a lot of sentiment just now that the Bitcoin price is going to turn around and kind of shoot back up. I've been kind of reading the news again, and there's more and more positive news coming up in kind of BTC. More and more people searching for it in Google. There's just lots of indications outside of the kind of charts that indicate the Bitcoin price is going to turn around. I've said all along I don't think it's going to go much below $6,000 if it does, but we'll need to wait and see. So crush those likes if you like these videos, and hit the subscribe button if you've not subscribed already, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified as well. I'm just going to see if we're live or not. I might be talking to myself, I don't know. We're live. We are live. Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to switch over and see who's in the house. Just now we've got Rob Taylor in the house. Rob's saying final BTC dump for the year. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. Marcus Shafari is in, Chardan is in the house, welcome to you. Stephen King, Meng Lai, Liam Hunt. Mike D, one of our brilliant admins, is in, welcome to you Mike, good to see you here. Crypto Dread is in the house, Peter Harding, Honest Crypto Journey, George Charles, Chris Noble, Martin and Sonia. Adeb is in the house, welcome to you Adeb, one of our brilliant admins as well, good to see you here buddy. Simone Hendricks, Davey Stew, another one of our brilliant admins, good to see all the admins in. And when I say admins, I'm talking about admin in the premium group and the free group as well. They do an amazing job, brilliant job, they all do. So big thanks to you. So Davey Stew is in as well, good morning to you Dave, or good evening to you and you're in Australia. Mark Innes, Cole Phillips, Middle Way, good to see you here. I don't recognise your name, so it's good to see if you're new here. Martin and Sonia, had a trim up Steve? No, I've just brushed my hair. I've not had a trim, I just brushed my hair. Richard Chandler is in the house as well. Tim Moores, Jacob Hopkins, Andy Grant, Justin Churchill, Alex Jug. Welcome to you all. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this live. So today we're going to be looking over the markets, just the normal things, what we do, kind of look over the markets. Bitcoin is dumped again. Well, it's not dumped, it's not a massive dump, but it's dumped. So it went down 4.65%, so that could be considered a dump. So, and it's brought down all the altcoins, brought down the whole market with it. And when Bitcoin dumps like this, we always have that fear. Is it going to go down further? Is it going to go below $6,000? And you've got the likes of Tone Vays who are always talking about it could go to 4,800, could reach 3,000, could reach 2,000. And that kind of plays on in the back of your mind if you watch. And Tone Vays is brilliant. He's really a really intelligent guy. Watch his show. But I just don't believe it's going to go much below $6,000. I think he thinks it's going to go down to 4,800 or something. I just don't think it will go that low. I had a brilliant kind of discussion, or there was a brilliant discussion in the premium group this morning from Piet, who put some discussions up which talking about why Bitcoin is not going to go below $6,000 either. And it's because of the mining. So he was talking about mining, but we'll talk about that in a second. So market capitalization fell to $250 billion, and the Bitcoin dominance has gone up again, 43.6%. So that means the alts, people are coming out of the alts as well, and the Bitcoin dominance is therefore going up. Not necessarily buying Bitcoin, but they're coming out of the alts, changing into Bitcoin, or they're just coming out of the market altogether, which means the Bitcoin dominance is going up. Who are the winners and losers? KuCoin shares, they announced a big kind of bonus yesterday. I think it went up by as much as 20%. So they announced a bonus. We'll just look at the kind of bonus and see if it comes up, tells you more about it. Let's do KuCoin. Yeah, so they announced, I got an email yesterday about the bonus, but I was just too late to jump into it because I thought, oh, this is going to shoot up. So it's a bonus upgrade they were talking about. KCS offer features to holders and currency of the KuCoin ecosystem. I'm just seeing it put on. Based on feedback from users, we are taking every opportunity to increase the inherited value of KCS to bring the most benefits to loyal holders. plans to upgrade the bonus starting on July the 10th, which was yesterday. We will use 50% of all trading fees earned by KuCoin to buy KCS from the market and then redistribute the KCS back to users as a new KuCoin bonus program replacing the old one. So furthermore, all KuCoin bonus moving forward will be given to users in KCS, not dust of other cryptocurrencies traded on the exchange as voted on by users who completed our survey. So that's why the price jumped up yesterday, and I think it jumped up by as much as about 20%, which is brilliant. Power Ledger, that has just literally jumped up in the last 10 minutes or so. So that's why it's up 8.7% overall over the last 24 hours. Centrality is up, Wax, Cash and Digibyte as well. That's the only 6 in the last 24 hours that are up. Who's the biggest losers? Nulls, that had a big run up. Gas, Nebulous, Monaco, H-Share, Cybermiles, Loopring, Arc, all down in double digits. Banker down in double digits, although I think that might turn around. I think that might come back up. A lot of people thought that Banker had got hacked. It did get hacked, but it was their own wallet that got hacked. It wasn't actually other people's wallets because they don't hold any coins on the exchange for you. You've got your own wallet, you've got your own Ethereum wallet, so they don't hold any of your coins. So a lot of people were thinking, because I got a couple of messages yesterday, Banker's been hacked, watch your wallet. And say it's nothing to do with my wallet, it's the Banker wallet that got hacked. So that kind of news came out yesterday, so I think that's going to be due a turnaround. To be honest, I think that might go up. So there's a lot of double-digit reds. However, I think that's going to turn around in the next 24 hours. So we'll just have a look. Oh, this was Power Ledger. Literally in the last kind of 10 minutes it went up by about 20% and coming back down slightly now. So it's up 14% on the day. We'll just have a look at Bitcoin, see what the price is just now. Bitcoin USD, Bitfinex price. It's coming back up slightly. It did go as low as 6265. It's now at 6340 at the moment. And we'll just look on the 15-minute chart. So in the 15-minute chart it's coming back into play, but 15 minutes obviously is not a good chart to look at, but it just tells you kind of short-term price ranges. So there's 5 green candles in a row for that. So I need to look at it on the hourly again. So it looks like we're coming back up, which is good. Just bear with me a wee second here. Just going to check something. That's cool. Where was I? What I was checking there, I'll just be honest, what I was checking. I've got, I do kind of spread betting because it's tax free. Spread betting on kind of crypto. Well, I was doing it on the cryptos, but I just came out of cryptos with spread betting because the spreads are far too wide and the margin is far too high on it. So I've been spread betting the FTSE 100 because I used to do well on the FTSE 100, and I just put one on this morning and it kind of came off within the first 10 minutes. So I've been stopped out of that with £400 profit, which was good. So I was just checking that. So it's been stopped out now, so it's £400 profit. So that's just to kind of hedge what I'm doing in the crypto space. Just now I do the spread betting on that. And as I said, it's totally tax free, so it's good from that point of view. So yeah, it looks as if Bitcoin could be coming back up. But I want to go over a few kind of bits of news as well that kind of shows the sentiment with Bitcoin as well. Obviously, we can look for bad news as well. And I generally tend to look for positive news and focus on the positive news. That's just my nature. That's kind of what I do in life as well. So we'll just go over to a couple of the comments, see who else is coming in. Monica's in the house. Steve English is in the house. Morning, Steve. Merv couldn't make it. Excellent. Merv couldn't make it. Middleweight, I normally watch after your live videos to watch it 2 times the speed. What, watch it 2 times the speed? Me speaking in Scottish? I speak fast anyway, so that must be weird for you. JC Standers in the house. David Claydon is with us. Tim Moores, do you think BABB is a good trade? Up and down 5 to 10% every couple of days. Yeah, I was going to look at BABB as well. So just look at BABB just now. We're always kind of following BABB. I'm a big advocate of BABB. It's gone down to 0.9 just now. And it is up and down. It was down as low as 0.8 or 0.8. Is that right? Yeah, 0.8. So it's up and down. I still think long-term hold. I'm holding it long-term. I've no worries at all. I know they're working hard in the background to get the banking licenses from the Bank of England and Lithuania, and they brought out a brief kind of update about what's been going on over the last month as well, which was good. And the videos are much better, but really well produced, the videos now as well. So yeah, I'm still a big ambassador for BABB and still think they're going to do really well long term. And when they get those licenses as well, I think they're going to do brilliant. Obviously, the BABB price has gone down with the overall kind of markets, with the Bitcoin price as well. So it's just following what everybody else is kind of doing. And you've got to remember, if you're holding kind of a coin like BABB and the Bitcoin price goes down and you're starting to kind of panic a little, the first thing you're going to do is sell off your kind of smaller holdings. Like if you've got a small holding in BABB, that's the first thing you're probably going to do is sell them off. So that's just natural that the price is going to go down. And it stayed in line with the market, if not just above the market compared to, and it used to kind of just be really stable. It was stable about 0.2% for a while, and it came down with the overall market. The pressure was just too much, obviously. But for the future, I've just no qualms at all about holding BABB. Mac Pawn is in the house. Steve English, haircut Steve? Nope, just brushed it. And Tony and Guy was a propane BBQ accent. RC, a bit late today, missed the intro music, damn. Intro music's good, it always peps me up. Kyle Allen is in the house, welcome to you, Kyle. Middleweight, I'm used to the faster speed. Excellent. Okay, so look at a couple of pieces of news. Justin Sun, Binance has completed the TRX mainnet swaps. Deposits and withdrawals for TRX are now open. So somebody was asking about that yesterday. So Binance has completed that now, so everything should be okay for Binance and Tron. That's a piece of good news. I don't think Tron is going to stay too low just now, to be honest. I think we're going to see a big jump up. I'm just going to see if there's any indication of that happening. Oh yeah, it kind of did. 516 up to 549, then back down again when Bitcoin came down, and it's coming back up again. So this might be the bottom for Tron, around about 516, although it did go down to 509. So we're just going to go at the bigger picture and look at the daily. There's a next kind of support level, maybe 436, 493. So it should be hitting a kind of support level just now. So on the daily, obviously there's no indication it's turning around, but if we kind of look at the small charts, 6 hourly, no indication, and the hourly, kind of slight rumblings there that might go back up. So this might be the start of good things for Tron. We'll need to wait and see what happens with Bitcoin. Okay, other pieces of news. Marie Antoinette predicts Ripple will hit $3 by the end of 2018. I think you'd see the name, the Queen of France, Marie Antoinette. But I just thought this was quite interesting. I thought I'd share with you. Well, whilst this kind of looks as Antoinette predicted XRP to $3 in the 1700s, actually referring to a prediction made by Marie Antoinette Tischler, the founder and CEO of C2 Legacy, a digital assets estate management system that's looking to revolutionise the way wills are made and delivered. So she thinks that Ripple is going to hit $3 by the end of 2018. And to be honest, a lot of people do, but a lot of people think that it's just a shitcoin. So there's two sides of the story with Ripple. Me personally, I think it's going to go a lot higher than it is just now for the end of 2018. Although Ripple, the company, are trying to kind of decouple from XRP, the actual coin. So I don't know how that's all going to play out. It's a bit strange that they're kind of trying to do that. So we'll see what happens with that. I just thought that was interesting. South Korean banks holds 1.79 billion in crypto portfolio. December 2017, bank and BOK. South Korea's central bank said the cryptocurrency portfolio of domestic banks remains low at 1.79 billion as of December 2017. Total assets amounting to 1.79 billion. Data from the Bank of Korea. So even the banks holding 1.79 billion think, well, that's really low. That's not that much at all compared to what they've got in the other assets. But it just shows again that they're taking it serious. You don't invest 1.79 billion in cryptocurrencies if you're not serious. And this is just a start. This is why I feel this is just a start, because it's saying here it remains low at 1.79 billion. So what they're going to do when they kind of go all in and they start to really kind of get into cryptocurrency, it's just going to mean more and more money coming into the space. NEO partners with ONT for a $40 million airdrop. So it's not old news, but we kind of knew that anyway. But this is kind of news that they partnered with them, and they're going to do an airdrop of $40 million if you're holding NEO. So you get that in your NEO wallet, and they've just kind of released a new wallet as well, NEO. So I'll need to get that updated as well. So NEO Council has previously announced that all users who were holding NEO on March the 2nd would receive 0.1 ONT for every one NEO that they held. So a lot of people got that already. I think I got about 40 ONT coins, and I'm due another kind of airdrop as well. I don't know if I have to hold NEO now because I sold out all of my NEO, so I don't know. But I've got the ONT coins in there as well. So that's good news. I think there's a lot of news coming out about NEO as well. I don't know if I've got it here for you, but there's a lot of news coming out about NEO, about how good it's going to be, the decentralization of everything for it as well. So I think NEO is going to be up and coming. I'm just going to see where NEO is just now, see if there's any sign of a kind of turnaround. It was going up. Yeah, it's at $33. It was as low as $31 recently, and it has been even lower, around about $27. It'd have been a brilliant price to get in, and I still think $33 is a brilliant price to get in as well. What else was I looking at? Yeah, LSE, one of the world's top universities, lets you get crypto certified in just 6 weeks. So, as another sign of crypto becoming more mainstream, one of the top universities, London's School of Economics and Political Science, is offering, for the time, a 6 weeks online course in cryptocurrency investment. So the aim of the course is to help the student develop the knowledge to understand both the technology and the markets underpinning cryptocurrencies, focusing on the practical aspects of these assets, including wallets, exchange, ICOs and regulations. So again, is this a big deal? It's not really a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but again, it shows how mainstream kind of Bitcoin and kind of cryptocurrencies is becoming. That's why I thought this was really interesting as well. So I'm just going to click on that link there and just see what is this exponential growth and volatility, yada yada. CPD certified. This course is certified by the United Kingdom CPD certification service and may be applicable to individuals who are members or are associated with UK-based professional bodies. The course has an estimated 60 hours of learning. So should you wish to claim CPD activity, the onus is upon you, the London School of Economics and Political Science. Get smart, accept no responsibility. Okay, so you have to kind of put that down. So I would think this is going to be really good for the likes of accountants and the likes of kind of lawyers as well about kind of cryptocurrency. So I think it's going to be really good for that. But the main reason I wanted to show you that was because it's becoming more mainstream. And this is why I don't think Bitcoin is going to go much below $6,000. Litecoin yesterday, Foundation acquires 9.9% of Germany's WEG Bank, announces strategic partnership with TokenPay. So they bought over the 9.9% they had, but TokenPay are looking to purchase another 9.9% and possibly 70.1% of the bank. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. And I kind of read a story here about how this all came about, and I thought that was quite interesting. So I'll kind of put links to that as well. I'll do it underneath. I've not been kind of putting the links underneath because it's just been crazy busy just now with everything. But I'll try and put a link to all the articles up as well once I've finished this live. Pre-coins, I've done that one already. Yeah, Bitcoin poised for a significant bull run based on this trend indicator. So this is from Ethereum World News. And the trend indicator they're talking about is divergence analysis, DVAN, buying and selling pressure indicator. BTC may be in for some positive price movements. So DVAN tracks the price, trend line and ideal exit points for tradable assets. It enables traders to know when a commodity is overbought or oversold. So we can see here, I don't know if we can enlarge this. So this is it enlarged. And I've never used this indicator myself, so I'm going to be looking at it in TradingView. I don't know if they've got it on TradingView actually. Divergence indicator. I'll see if they've got DVAN. Nope. So divergence indicator, can't really see much in that. I've never used it before, so I need to learn how to kind of use that. But I thought it was quite interesting again. Now they're saying it's in for a major kind of price movement. So this is a kind of trend line. This is when it crossed over before on April the 13th. And we spoke about April the 13th, we're around about April the 13th, April the 11th, being a really kind of strong indicator because Bitcoin hadn't moved over the 50 or the 21 EMA since the 11th of April. So this kind of coincides with that as well, which I thought was quite interesting. So we're just going to go back to Bitcoin price just now, BTC, and we'll look at, you see what I mean here. We'll go into the daily and we'll go on to 21. Yeah, so it's back here. If I kind of get rid of this and I enlarge this for you so you can see it. This was the last time that the Bitcoin price kind of moved above the 21-day EMA and it started kind of going up. That was the last time it kind of went over that line. And this here on the 2nd of July is the kind of first time it went over since the 11th of April. That went over the 21-day EMA, although it's come back down again, but it's the first time, so there's indications that something was happening there. So that kind of coincides with what they're talking about here on the DVAN. So I thought that was quite interesting to show you as well. Just more good news. Golden opportunity to invest in NEO's predictions are record-like. And this is from Ethereum World News as well. I've never really read Ethereum World News, so I don't know if how reliable it is or how good the kind of reporting is. I just get this from CryptoPanic. CryptoPanic.com gives you all the news, aggregated news in the crypto space. So if you want to check that out, it's a really good site as well. So on July the 4th, the platform commenced the election of City of Zion consensus node into the NEO main network. The event has been named as decentralization of its blockchain network. So obviously we knew that as well. So I think NEO is getting more and more news space. And I think it's going to shoot up in price kind of very soon, especially when Bitcoin kind of goes up as well. We'll just have another kind of look at NEO just now. And we'll go to NEO Binance, USDT. We'll go for the Bitfinex. $33. That's on the daily. Looking at 6 hourly. Just starting to come back up just now, but as I said, it was down as low as $27. So I think NEO is going to be a good one to kind of move on higher, and we're going to get kind of record highs for NEO as well in the future. I've always said it's going to be $1,000 coin, but we need to wait and see if that prediction comes true or not. Who else is in the house? Monica, when looking at the charts, do you usually only use 2 indicators, or is it just for the live stream? It's usually only 2 indicators. So I'll just show you looking at the charts. So I use the 15 EMA. I've got that at the 21 EMA, but I'll use it, put it back to 15. I like the 15, just shorter term plays, so you can catch the shorter term plays rather than leaving a wee bit longer. I know it's only 6 days, but it still makes a difference. And I use the DMI as well, and the DMI is kind of at the bottom. So I'll show you the DMI. Oh, it's DMI. So there's another one here that I don't really use it, so there's no point showing it. But the DMI shows you as a directional movement. And when we've got here the green line and the kind of red line, that shows you the directional movement, either positive or negative. And this ADX line here kind of shows you the strength of that particular movement. So we've seen the strength, if it's usually above 25, the ADX, which is in the orange line here. I don't know if I can show you this closer. No, not going to be able to show you it closer. I don't know what it's going to look like on your screen, but this orange line is the ADX line, and that just shows you the strength of the indicator, whether it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter. So the strength here you can see was 28, and it was kind of rising, it was rising, now it's coming down again, and the green line had crossed over the red line, which is the positive moving over the negative, and this is where I would kind of look to buy in, and it kind of indicates here, and it kind of coincides with where I would look to get in if I was just looking at the 15 EMA. So we've got a green candle here above the 15 EMA, so I'd say, okay, this might be a good time to get in to NEO. That would have been at $31. It went all the way up to $48. It peaked at $48. Certainly on Bitfinex. So you could have got out there or get stop lossed out at 10%. $48, 10% would have been about $43 you'd have got out at, and it would have been a good time to get out. And now you can see NEO positive DMI has crossed down below the negative. So, or the other way about, the negative has crossed over the positive. So that would be a good time to sell here according to this indicator. So it's just an indicator that I use. I wouldn't use it on its own. It's just to confirm what I see on the 15 EMA. And really that's all I use. I just use the 15 EMA and I think that's it. And I use the 7 and 25 MA crossover as well. So we'll see what happened on the 1st of July if we look at the kind of crossover that I use. Load chart layout, and do 725, and we'll look at NEO again, see what the crossover done with that. NEO USDT, we're using the same one, Bitfinex, and we're going to 6-hour chart. Oh, that should have been a crossover, and it's not the crossover. So I must have deleted that. So we'll go 7. Okay, and we'll load another indicator. EMA, exponential, and we'll keep that as 25. And we'll put it as red. Across that line. Input OK. So you can see the 7 MA crossed over the 25 MA around about the same time. So it's just another indicator that confirms what I'm seeing on the 15 EMA and kind of confirms on that, and the DMI obviously confirms that as well. So that's how I kind of make the calls, and that's how I trade as well. So it's a good indicator to use, and in general it's a really good indicator. I'm just going to go over just now to IG index. IG index is where I kind of trade the FTSE kind of 100, and you can see the kind of balance I've got in there is £1,500. I'm not worried about showing you that. So, but if we bring this down, if we trade it, we wouldn't trade it on the 15-minute mark. We usually kind of trade it on the 2-hour mark. So you can see here, if all you used was the crossover, so I've got a crossover there on the EMA of the 7 and 25 again. If all you used was a crossover, I could have got into the FTSE 100 at 7,582, rode it all the way up to 7,718. If I was doing £10 a point, that's like $2,000 or something. Or leave it to cross back down over at 6,772 or 7,672, sorry. So that would have made netted about $1,000 if it was £10 a point, and just use these indicators to indicate when to get in, when to get out, when to get in, or when to get out, or in this case when to short. So I went short this morning at 7672, kind of went all the way down to 7599, and so I shorted that, and it's dead easy to do on spread betting, plus it's tax free. So I'm just using this as a kind of hedge almost in a crypto fund, or using in the crypto space. So that's why I like using kind of spread betting as well, and IG Index is quite a good one. And I had this on a channel as well, and so it might come down to this channel, so I might put another trade in short. So I hope that explains it, the indicators. And what time we're on, got plenty of time. Nick Smith, morning to you. David Schwartz, good day, hope I didn't miss all the good stuff. I don't know if you did. I don't know if you did. Did you miss the good stuff? Liam Hunt is coming home. Oh, this is England game. England are playing Croatia tonight. So I think everybody will be watching football tonight. Liam Hunt is coming. All right. Tut. Good morning, all. Thabit Albertus, hi from Cape Town. Good morning to you. Good to see you here. Love this join. EOS down. What are your thoughts on the future of EOS? I think once EOS gets over all the kind of issues they've had over the last month or so with the mainnet launch and everything else, I honestly see a bright future for EOS. And these are the times you're looking to say, okay, this is a brilliant time for EOS. If you're not in EOS just now, if you're not investing in it, this is a brilliant time to kind of look at it and just wait on it, kind of touching bottom and waiting a kind of a turnaround for it. So you can see here, we'll look at the daily chart. So it did kind of rise, and we'll just look at the USD. So I'll get a USD price. So you can see here it rose from $5.93 all the way up to $23. And looking at that, that'd be a brilliant trade if you got into that trade, and using just the 15 EMA, you could have been in on that trade and made a ton on that trade alone. But then the mainnet launch kind of came out, and it kind of went all the way down. It's coming back down, so it's $6.94. So what I would do now is I'd be waiting on a turnaround in this, and then go in kind of big time on it if I was trading this. So for the future, I think it's going to be fine for EOS. You just need to get over all the kind of small issues I've had, and then once it starts to stabilize, I think you're going to go back up with EOS and go even higher than that. We'll just look at the kind of weekly. That's not been that long. So was that the highest it got to? Yeah, it was $23 recently. And if you got in at $1 back in 2017, that would have been fantastic. That would have been a 3,000% gain that you would have had. Chris Cash, morning Steve, bought a big bag of BABB yesterday at 215 sats. At 215, I hope you didn't buy 215 Satoshi. You mean 15 Satoshi, yeah. I think I do better this way than the crowd sale. You're still into it. Great, keep up. Chris, yeah, I'm still into BABB big time. I still hold a lot of backs, the coin. And I think at 15 sats, if you got in at 15 Satoshi, I think that's a really good price to get in at. I'm not pushing it on anybody, it's just my thoughts, so obviously do your own research. But I just think this is a good price to get in at. It has been 3 times higher, or 3 times higher than it is just now. And I've no doubt that's going to come back up once you get the banking licenses and kind of more news coming out as well. So we need to wait and see, but yeah, I think that's a brilliant price. Gethin Davis, morning to you. Bonita Paps, good morning to you as well. Rafi Bogosian, morning to you. Steve English, think the BTC 6k bottom is being artificially held. ETF and fund managers waiting for regulation. Seems every big buy is preceded by an equal big sell. Yeah, I think there's a lot of manipulation going on in the whole markets, the whole kind of crypto space. A lot of manipulation. So I think obviously Bitcoin can be manipulated. You've got to remember back in the early day when Bitcoin was first starting to be mined, and people were getting thousands of kind of Bitcoin for mining it and doing the stuff and just kind of buying it at really cheap prices. A lot of people still hold that. So if you think that you could have bought Bitcoin for $1 or 76 cents or something, and you bought 10,000 just on pure speculation. 10,000 Bitcoin, that you could manipulate the whole market with 10,000 Bitcoin. Well, not the whole market, but you could manipulate the market to a degree with that. And there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people that are holding that amount of Bitcoin because they mined it in the early days and they saw the potential of it, or they bought it in the early days and they just held. So there's a lot of that going on, obviously, and there'll be a lot of institutional investors kind of trying to buy over the counter as well, or OTC trading. They'll be doing that as well. So yeah, there's still a lot of manipulation, but once the ETFs come in, I think that's when it's going to start to be more stable, because what they're going to do is they're going to hold. They're going to hold the coin. And Piet was talking about this morning, we spoke about this before, that for the price of Bitcoin to go below 6,000, i.e. 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, what's going to happen when that happens? The miners are going to go out the game. Are we still on the screen? Yeah, we're still on. The miners are just going to leave Bitcoin. And without the miners, you've not got any transactions. So nobody's going to be able to kind of confirm the transaction that go through with Bitcoin. So it's going to be non-existent if the miners leave it. So the whole market cannot afford for the miners to leave the market. We kind of depend on the miners to kind of confirm all those transactions. And if it goes much below $6,000, i.e. 5,000, 4,000, etc., the miners are just going to leave and mine another coin, because it's not going to be profitable for them. The profit margin, or the profit kind of level, is around $6,000 for the miners to mine it. And we've seen with Hashflare, I don't know if you've ever kind of used Hashflare or not. Hashflare, we'll just go to it just now. I don't think they're selling anymore, to be honest. Hashflare.io. So this is Bitcoin cloud mining. So I kind of got into these, gave them 1 Bitcoin back in December 2017, gave them 1 Bitcoin, but because the price is below $6,000, it's not profitable, because I got the message to say it's not profitable for them, and they're looking at ways, other ways they can do this. Now, fortunately, I've got my Bitcoin back, so I'm not bothered at all. I was just looking to make a profit. So anything now that I've got is pure profit. So I'm not real worried if they kind of go under or if they just don't do anything else. But $6,000 is the kind of level that it's not going to be profitable anymore if it goes much below that for the miners. If the miners leave, the whole kind of Bitcoin goes to shit, to be honest. If we're being really honest, if it stays under 6,000 for any length of time, and if it went to 4,000, 3,000, it's going to affect everything. The whole market is going to be affected. So the big people that are manipulating it, it's not going to be worth their while kind of trying to get it below or drive the price down to below $6,000, or roughly $6,000. So that was a good post by Piet this morning. We've spoke about it before, about that as well, and I think Data Dash has done a good video on it as well, or somebody has done a good video on that. There's a few good videos on YouTube about it as well. So we have to remember that, and that's one of the reasons that I just don't think it's going to go below $6,000, plus the positive sentiment, all the news that's coming out with BTC, the institutional investors, the ETFs coming on board. I just do not see it going below 6,000 or much below 6,000. I think 5,800 is going to be the bottom level. After that, if it goes down below $5,800, then I would be worried and start to think about pulling everything out of my crypto if it did get much below 5,800, because that would be the time I would say, right, there's something going on here that's not quite right, and I'll start to pull out everything and go into cash for the moment. Not even Tether, I just go into cash. I just go into dollars. So we need to wait and see what happens. But never a dull moment in the crypto market. Mixed Laws, hi Steve, love the show, it's very informative. Keep up the great work. Thanks very much, mate, I really appreciate that. Matt the Carpenter, good morning everyone. Good morning to you, Sean Dubs. What do you think of the near future for Sia Coin? That was doing brilliant before the Bitcoin dump. It got up to 197 Satoshi. I don't know with Sia Coin. I used to be into Sia Coin a long time ago, last year. I just don't know about them. Got a nice little stash of them, but want to try free up day trading funds, but don't want to let them go this low. Yeah, I just don't know about the team. I don't know. I've not researched them recently. I did kind of extensively in the past. Even downloaded the software and stuff like that as well. But I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. In the short term, I think it's going to do well, and I think for trading wise, it could be good. You might be okay with it. And just look at Binance. That's a weekly chart. We'll just look on the 6 hourly chart. So you can see it does look good. Then it got up to 197, then kind of Bitcoin came down. So it looks as if it's trying to break back up again. So on the hourly, what we like on the hourly? Yeah, it looks as if it's going to break back up again. And we might see these kind of rises of 197. So you might see another 10-20% jump for a coin over the next couple of days, if Bitcoin stabilizes and rises. Gino Dow, hi Steve, is it a good time to buy Tron? I have $1,000 to invest, so put it into BTC 50-50. I wouldn't like to tell you what to do, and to be honest, Gino, obviously do your own research, put big boy pants on, big girl pants on, all that kind of stuff. I'm not your dad and all that, but Tron does look enticing at these levels. It does look enticing, I have to say. On a 1 hour chart, still trying to climb back up, 527. Could it go lower? Yes, it could. Of course it could. But I don't see it going a lot unless BTC totally tanks, unless the Bitcoin price totally tanks. On a 6 hour, it's trying to get up off the bottom. It was as low as 508. So it's 500 round about the support level for it. We kind of showed previous supports before at 440, around about 490 as well. I don't know, I just got a feeling that Tron is going to go back up, but don't trade on feelings, definitely not. Always look at the charts. But it's a difficult one to call, that one. Difficult one to call, because it still looks as if it's going to go lower, but I think it's not going to go much lower. So obviously you have to make your own decision there. And I'm a kind of trader who's kind of all or nothing, to be honest. So I don't do kind of 50-50 stuff. If I like something, I'll just go all in. Dominic, morning to you. Matt Campton, I missed the start of this today. And did you see my Facebook post about having a look at Silent Notary, please? Great big things about to happen. I've still not looked at, well, no, I did look at Silent Notary. Silent Notary, we'll just go into SNTR. Minus 20%. So no, still to look at that. Matt, Chris Cash, sorry Steve, I meant 215 ethers. Ah, right. I was going to say, I hope you didn't buy them for 215 Satoshi. I thought it was just a typing error there. Steve English, out at 5,800. Careful Steve, the bears are listening. I don't think they're going to pay attention to this little channel, to be honest. Eugene Cunningham, what's up folks? So it finally rained here today in Northern Ireland, so maybe the charts will change to come LTC buying German bank. Yeah, what's going on with LTC just now? I did have a position in them, I closed them out. Once Bitcoin started going down again, it's starting to climb. 76, so I got out about this level this morning with a loss, I have to say, with a loss. But I kind of made it back up straight away on the FTSE 100. That's how I was hedging the crypto space. So that was good. Mike D, couldn't resist, bought some Pundy X, ridiculously cheap. Okay, so again, being open and honest, would I say I'm stuck in Pundy X? No, I'm not stuck, but I'm in Pundy X. Is holding up my trading fees just now, or my trading money just now. But at these levels, it looks to have a support about 52 for Pundy X. There's no indications it's going back up, certainly not in the 2 hour chart. On the 1 hour, there's no indications there's going to be a turnaround. There's no indications of a breakout. So 52 seems to be support for it. It's the lowest I've kind of ever seen it. And I fully expect when Pundy X when it does start to take off, I'm just going to check it on the. So what's the 295 million market capitalization? So 53. So it's not the lowest it's ever been, but 11 Satoshi is the very, very lowest. I do not see it going to 11 Satoshi at all, nowhere near it. And I think we've bottomed out round about here, but there's no indication of that as of yet. So I can't be certain. So I think when PundiX does start to move, I think it's going to move big time, and I think we're going to see like 100 Satoshi and then move on up higher, especially when Bitcoin price starts to move higher as well. I think we're going to see a lot of big things. PundiX have got a great team. They've got a great, they're kind of producing products. They're getting them out there. They had a show yesterday as well, showing the point of sale machines as well. I just fully expect PundiX, and this is why I've held on, because normally I would sell at a loss of kind of 10%, do the stop loss, but I thought PundiX is for long term as well. I don't mind holding it for long term, so I didn't put a stop loss on, and I've got a long term coin for the community fund as well. So anybody that buys into the premium program or the actual program that I've got gets automatically put forward for the kind of community fund. Will get an airdrop from me as well. Although that's going to take a lot of admin work. It's going to be a lot of admin work to do an airdrop of that size, because there's 180 people now in the premium group. So that's going to be a huge headache on the 10th of October. I've not found a quick and easy way to do it yet. So yeah, I think PundiX, I think they're just going to double. I think that's what you're going to see with PundiX. And the bots are still trading it just now. I don't know if it's keeping the price low or keeping the price stable at this price. But I think it's going to double. But I just don't know when. There's no indications as of yet of when that's going to happen. Another one is Dent. This is the other one I'm kind of stuck in just now, and that's kind of going down all the time, and it was as low as 67. So again, no indications of a kind of a move from there, but it's another one I expect to double as well. So I just expect when it starts to move, it's going to move very, very quickly, and it's going to be a doubler, and that's when I'll kind of get out of it. So we could expect to see 140, 150 Satoshi, but is there indications just now? On the hourly chart, there's indications, but if we're looking at the 6 hourly chart, no indications at all, apart from that one little green candle there at the bottom. On the daily chart, you can't really tell. So I expect that to kind of come up as well. So Mike, yeah, I totally agree with you. It's brilliant. If I had more money, I would put it into it. Alex Jug, crush your likes, people. Yeah, crush your likes if you like these videos, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Just looking at the time. JC Stander. Thinking to buy some ASIC miners rather than playing this bear market and sell the mine coins in the bull market. Thoughts? I don't know too much about mining. I know obviously with the ASIC miners a lot quicker and it's accessible to everybody. For me, it's not for me. It's not something I would do. I wouldn't invest my time, energy, and kind of knowledge on doing mining at all. I've got cloud mining that I do with kind of wallets, and I do staking as well, and I'll do master nodes if a good one comes up as well. I've done master nodes in the past, but I just wouldn't do the mining with the ASICs. I wouldn't do any of that. But it's obviously profitable. There's thousands of people doing it. So if you're into that and you've got the time, then yeah, go for it. Go for it. For me personally, it's not something I would do. Steve English, same boat into Pundi 83. Well, when did I get into Pundi? I can't remember what price I got in it. It wasn't that high. A dent I got in at 91. So that's a big loss. Pundi, I think it was 61. 61 I got into PundiX. 61 Satoshi. So it's not that big of a loss just now. Sean Dubs, what DMI indicator is that, Steve? I can't seem to find it on TradingView. So on TradingView, if you go to indicators, click on indicators, and just type in DMI. And so come under directional movement. And you'll see that under directional movement. And we'll just have a look at this here, the 1 hourly. And you can see that's got the two of them. So it's just under directional movement. So you should be able to find that there, Sean. Azumi, Hong Kong, self-key. Oh, self-key, how's that doing? Just now, I know a lot of people into that in the premium group as well. So key. So we're at 200, is it 224 Satoshi just now for self-key. Is there indications it's coming back up? Okay, on the hourly chart, there's kind of indications. I've got a long green candle there, followed by a short red candle. That's just temporary just now, and that'll finish at 10 o'clock in 35 minutes. So I need to wait and see what happens with that. Obviously on the 6 hourly, we're not looking at indications there for a turnaround. And on the daily, definitely not looking at indications there. 2 hourly. So the hourly chart, it could be an indication if this turns green. So if this red candle turns green and we've got green above the 15 EMA, just make sure that is a 15. We've got that. I would say, yep, that could be an indication it's going to go up in price. But obviously we've seen that before as well. When it's, and this is the trouble with trading on the hourly chart, that you get a lot of kind of ins and outs of it. So we've seen a couple of green candles before. It went up and then it's came back down again. But obviously that's following the BTC price. If BTC price goes up, we could see self-key. So I would wait on another confirmation green candle, a longer green candle. The shorter the candle, obviously this is not a strong indicator of volume, and that's going to go up as well. So I'd be careful of that, but I'd definitely be keeping an eye on key at these prices compared to where it's been recently. MACD on key, 6 hour look like on the way up. On a 6 hour, it doesn't look as if it's on the way up, to be honest, at all. And it just looks as if it's kind of stabilizing here roundabout, so it could be due for another drop. If we're just looking at the 6 hour chart, although we've got a small green candle, it's not a strong one. So you can see a green candle here, that's a very strong one. But it might be the start of a turnaround. We just have to wait on confirmation on that if you were going to trade that. See if I can see LON Banker got mine. Gino Dow, any news about Kin? There's no news that I've not seen recently, to be honest. Kin, I don't know if it's going to show up here. No. We'll just look at Kin just now. Where are they sitting at just now? Kin is definitely a long-term hold. So 1/10, 0.1/10 of a cent just now to Satoshi. But Kin is definitely a long-term hold. Long term. I'm talking about 6 months to a year. And then I think you're going to see kind of big things from Kin as well. So I've not seen any news recently. Gino. Gavin Mayer this morning from Hull. Still stacking more crypto on these dips. ETN is one of my favourites, but you got me back into backs now too. LOL. Yeah, I still think backs is just going to do really well. MacPawn, it will. It will. Right, I'm with you. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for the moment. I don't think there was anything else I was going to kind of look at. I think that was it for just now. So I just want to thank you everybody for joining me today. I really appreciate your time as ever and your support as well. And a big shout out again to all the admins who are doing an amazing job in the premium group and the free group as well. If you want to join us over the premium, you get daily calls every single day about the up and coming ones for day trading coins. You'll also get some longer term coins as well. I've not been doing that much recently. I've just been looking at day trading just now. Some people are doing brilliantly, some people are not doing well as well. So we just have to, we're trying to figure out kind of ways to make the calls even, well, I'm trying to figure out ways to make the calls even better. But the calls are good, but it just depends on what coin you get into, because there's about 10 coins every day that you've got a choice. So some are doing brilliant, some are not doing brilliant. So join us over in the premium, and I think you'll really enjoy the group itself, just a group alone, and the education from that and the camaraderie in there is brilliant as well. We don't tolerate any bullshit, no kind of putting anybody down, no slagging anybody off or anything like that. No racism, no swearing, nothing like that at all is tolerated in that group. So it's such a brilliant group. So even for that, for the $37 a month alone, just for that is brilliant. But you're also getting the daily calls as well. Okay, that's it. I will put the links down below. Hopefully I'm going to get time. I'm just about to do something else just now, but hopefully I've got time to do that. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.